Hello, everyone. Please stand and welcome the class of 2026. Graduates, you may be seated. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Jessica Barrick, and as Dean, I'm delighted to welcome you to today's Radiologic Technology pinning ceremony. It is wonderful to gather together to celebrate the achievements of our graduates alongside their families, friends, faculty, clinical partners, and supporters. This is a moment of celebration, and I'm so honored to be part of it. To our graduates, congratulations on reaching this important milestone. Your success reflects countless hours of commitment, sacrifice, and determination. But your education has been far more than coursework and clinical competencies. Throughout your journey, you have grown professionally and personally, developing the skills, confidence, and resilience needed to serve patients with excellence and care. Your family, friends, instructors, and all of us at Kishwaukee College are incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. By choosing a career in healthcare, you have committed yourselves to making a difference in the lives of others. The qualities that brought you here, compassion, professionalism, and perseverance, will continue to guide you throughout your careers. Please remember that Kishwaukee College will always remain your educational home. As you begin this next chapter, we hope you will stay connected with us and know that our support and resources remain available to you whenever you need them. Tonight's pinning ceremony marks an important transition for students to healthcare professional. Historically, pinning ceremonies began for the nursing profession during the time of Florence Nightingale, who was recognized excellence in service among her students following their work during the Crimean War. Over time, many healthcare programs adopted this tradition to honor students who successfully completed their educational requirements and are entering their professions. Today, we proudly continue that tradition as we recognize our RadTech graduates. The pin each student will receive symbolizes their dedication, achievement, and compassion, and commitment to providing excellent patient care as healthcare professionals. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Megan Kasiji, full-time faculty member and program director.
Thank you, Dr. Barrick. And thank you to everyone, graduates, family, friends, college faculty, fellow X-ray technologists for joining us at the pinning ceremony for the Kishwaukee College Radiology class of 2026. I just first wanted to take a moment to everyone here today supporting our graduates. Your support and encouragement of our graduates have made such a difference in their time here in the radiology program. Along with their hard work and dedication comes yours as well. And for everything you've done to help support these graduates through their journeys, I thank you. And I'm sure the graduates agree that all of you in the audience as well deserve a well-deserved round of applause. So, thank you. So it's been my honor and pleasure working with this wonderful group of graduates over the last 2 years. Over these last 2 years, we've bonded over endless hours of X-ray physics and biology and pathology, right? During which you all taught me some new terms such as Kathy and Annie and the weed whacker disease. You had to be there, they understand. And outside of the classroom, I worked with you all in the clinical setting where you've received thousands of hours of hands-on training and experience that has helped to prepare you for the journeys and new careers you're about to embark on. So the day has come. Yay. You made it. The pinning ceremony marks the finish line of your time as a student and the starting line of your new careers and titles as radiologic technologists. So you've relentlessly worked hard, proved yourselves qualified to join over the 300,000 registered RTRs in the United States. You've juggled your coursework with family commitments, jobs outside of school, succeeding in many interviews for the careers that you're all about to begin. And through it all, you've encouraged each other, worked together as a team. When I reflect on your group as a whole, there's two things that stand out to me the most. And it was hard to pick top two, but your resilience and the fact that you're all caregivers at heart. So I just want to take a moment to talk about those two things. So first, you're all resilient. It seems like yesterday you all started as new first years who didn't know what a marker was. Remember that? Or what the difference was between AP and PA. Radiation physics sounded foreign and intimidating. You had no idea how much fun the X-ray circuit would be, right? You each submitted your application all the way back in December of 2023, which now sounds like forever ago. And then spring of 2024 is when you received your acceptance letters, came to orientation, met everybody here for the first time. And now here you are years later, countless experiences gained, new people you've met, so many sacrifices made to get you where you are here today. And so just for a moment, give yourselves a chance to reflect on all the work and the effort that you've made to get here today. You took challenges in stride and grace, both in classroom and at clinical, and your hard work shows as we join here today to celebrate all that you've done and all that you will still go moving forward. After you leave here today and take your boards exam and pass it and begin your new careers, don't lose your resilience. Because I'm sure you've all heard that the learning does not stop here, and neither do the challenges. You'll still have some discomforts of starting somewhere new at work. You'll meet new people, navigate how to work together as a team, even if you might think differently than somebody else. You'll still have to practice driving that C-arm over the patient with confidence without hitting the sterile field, right? Yes. As you navigate through new workplaces, protocols, coworkers, hold tight to your resilience. And secondly, you're all kind-hearted caretakers. So many of you in this group are literal parents at home, but even those who aren't have been so supportive to each other here in the class. And you do everything that you can not to only get yourself through the program, but to stop and help anyone that you could along the way, either by encouraging each other, helping that classmate try for that comp, sharing snacks during class, cheering someone up, being a listening ear during times of distress. It's those extra things you do that might seem simple to you, but it makes a world of a difference for those around you. And as you begin your new career, always keep your enthusiasm and your willingness to go above and beyond to support those coworkers and your patients. While many of you began this program with nerves and uncertainties as to whether or not you could do it, you did it, you're here. And I see you now at the end of the program, successful, ready to begin your new job. And most importantly, in all of you, I see that you love what you do at X-Ray. So your positive attitudes will make a difference for those around you. And as you begin working in the real world, always be that kind of tech that you would want taking care of yourself, your family, your friends, your kids. Remember that our patients aren't worried about whether or not we know what we're doing. They assume we know how to take a good X-ray, but they want us to take it with kindness and care and empathy. And so don't get so caught up in the technology that you lose the heart behind what we do. Always hold on to that. We're often there witnessing some of the worst and the best and the most memorable moments of our patients' lives. So never forget what an honor it is that we're here and that you all get to do what we do in X-ray. So keep your eyes and hearts open, ready to go above and beyond what any job description could ask of you. I've seen it in all of you in your time as students, and I know you'll carry it through as you work in your workplaces. And each department will be so blessed to have you as a part of their team that you're all joining soon. So graduates, in conclusion, hold on to your resilience and be those kind-hearted caregivers that you are, and I'm confident you'll do great work, take amazing X-rays, serve your patients well. I believe it's not a coincidence that you're each here getting pinned on May 14th, 2026. This pinning is just a stepping stone, and I know there's so many more plans and purposes for each of you to come from here on out that we don't even know now, but they'll come into fruition in due time. And on behalf of everyone here at Kishwaukee College, we're only a phone call, a text, email away if you need anything. But for now, as you all take off and excel in the direction of your choosing, I'm so proud of each and every one of you and can't wait to see all the great things you'll accomplish from here on out. So congratulations, class of 2026. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Lori Damask, clinical preceptor of the Kishwaukee College Radiology Program.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. I'm Lori Damask. I'm one of the clinical preceptors for the college, and it has been so fun getting to know this class. I thought I was funny, and they're funnier, so now I need to step up my bar here. But I'd like to take a moment to recognize some people who go the extra mile for us. If you are an advisory team member, clinical preceptor, hospital staff, tutor, or tutors, please stand, and we thank you for all your hard work. And we appreciate you. We can't do it without you. I know you're there. Thank you, and thank you. All right, class, put your seatbelt on. We're going down memory lane. You know how they say you really don't know someone unless you travel with them? Well, a day trip to Chicago surely told me everything I needed to know about this class. They are so kind and thoughtful and definitely not quitters. The morning after a snowstorm, remember that November snow that came right at that 30th? Well, first time, tried to go, we canceled that day. So we went on Tuesday morning after it was cold out. So we went on our train, got to the OTC station, had some time to waste, so we had some breakfast and coffee, hot chocolate. I'm getting there. Well, soon thereafter, it was time to make our way to the bus stop, and I noticed a student had half their breakfast sandwich still all nice and wrapped up. They kept it just in case they happened to see a homeless person they could give it to. My heart melted. This class is so thoughtful. We made the bus, 15-minute walk, remember that? 15-minute walk. Had a great time at the RSNA, and sadly, the time came quickly to start our way back home, and that's when the real fun happened, or began. It all started with the bus ride, which I think you all can agree was quite the adventure, especially when the bus stops in the middle of the intersection at a 45-degree angle, and he gets up out of his seat and leaves the bus. I'm like, did he just quit his job? Is this road rage? I thought he was gonna go fight a taxi or something. I didn't know what was going on. Apparently he stood in front of the bus so we didn't get hit. I have no idea. But the important thing is he got back on the bus and we all were safe. Phew. So meanwhile, I keep looking at the time, and we're gonna be cutting it really close to be catching our 2:40 train. We don't wanna miss it, because if we do, we have to wait a whole hour until the next one. We ain't got time for that, right? We finally arrive at our bus stop at 2:28, and I'm thinking, oh man, we have 12 minutes to make this train in our 15-minute walk. I was the last one off the bus. As soon as my feet hit the sidewalk, I just went running. I'm like, we're not missing this train. Before you know it, I have some students running next to me. Then they're in front of me because I'm not 20 like them anymore. Megan was walking with a group behind us, and all of a sudden they were running too. And apparently somebody said, well, if Megan's running, I guess we're all running. So we're down to a minute and a half before departure time. When we reach the station doors, we run through the station, up the stairs, through the twirly doors, down the long way where the carts are at. And I'm not kidding you, we all made it onto the train, and in the same cart. However, I believe Danny and Victoria, you guys took a different train, which ended up being canceled, right? So, yeah, so we sounded like a coughing orchestra in there also because we couldn't breathe and our throats were burning from what felt like negative 10-degree weather. But we just ran a winter marathon in 12 minutes on the dot. Whew, but we made it. We were all complaining about our calves hurting at clinical the next day. Hopefully it's something you guys can look back on and smile about. It was quite the ride. I have so many funny memories with this class. They had me literally laughing for 2 years. I was leaving the clinical site and I'm like, bye guys, I'll see you, see you later. And Nicole Clements, sorry, this is so funny, couldn't think of the word bye. So she said, have a nice life. I was like, oh, that's a first. Thank you, you too. It was great. Or when Danny pulled an April Fool's joke on the first years along with Dr. Barrett. So they had a sign out, do your best dance moves and get a coupon for a free day off clinical. So they literally came in. I'm talking like this girl spun on her head on a dance. All to turn around on a coupon. Ha ha ha, just kidding. But great dance moves. Good job on that. And it will keep going. Don't tell anyone. Oh. Let's see where I'm at here. Or Anna tapping me on the shoulder at an open house with her cute smile. Lori, we need you. We need you. The monitor's on fire. There is seriously never a dull moment in radiology, for real. Every year, usually the class, during their last semester, they get senioritis, really bad. This class seemed to hold it in pretty well. I thought they did really great. Until 10 days ago. I won't name names or point fingers, but I'll tell you how I know they had it. One of them came in on the day of finals and said, so what are we doing today? Or I overheard a conversation, do you have that book? What book? And just this past Monday, as in on the 11th, someone asked me, so when is our pinning ceremony? So I'm happy to see all 16 of you remembered to come tonight. Oh. But here you sit, ready to receive your radiology pin from your loved ones and walk across the stage on Saturday. I am so proud of you all. It has been a pleasure to be a part of your journey. So from one radiologic technologist to another, congratulations, and in Mackenzie Moser's words, that's a wrap. Boom shakalaka. Congratulations.
Thank you. And now, Catlin Kirsten, student representative.
I can do it. Hi, everyone. My name is Kat. I think they picked me to talk because I'm the oldest, and therefore I'm the wisest. So how do you sum up 2.5 years in just 5 minutes? The truth is, you can't. So much happened in that amount of time. In this program, so much happened. We all started as wide-eyed, nervous students. Some of us knew exactly what we were getting into, and some of us had no idea. Fun fact, none of us knew that barium enemas were something we would be doing as a rad tech. But upon learning that, we did what became the theme for our class. We laughed, we made a plan, and we did what we had to do. That being said, this has been one of the longest and largest group projects I've been a part of. Well, maybe like a reality show. we have a class full of characters. We had more than a few plot twists and some adventures, lots of laughs, and a little bit of drama. Like when we started, Amy wasn't sure how to put the test answers in the computer right. So we failed our first 3 tests, okay? Class, how many of you guys had that, oh dear, I've made a mistake moment after that 3rd test? Exactly. But we got to the root of the problem, laughed about it, and got back to business. And from there, we've had too many tests, too many homework assignments to count, many long days, longer nights, and weekends that just weren't long enough. Countless hours of driving back and forth to school or to clinical. Clinicals were a whole different mountain to climb. Over 1,200 hours of blood, sweat, and tears, all unpaid. And just when you finally got comfortable somewhere, your rotation changed and you had to start all over again. Some days at the clinic, you were a rock star, nailing every exam, no repeats needed. Then we had the days that you didn't know your right from your left, and you felt like it was your first day all over again, and you'd say out loud, I swear I know what I'm doing, at least 3 or 4 times. There were days when school seemed like it would never end. We had tests where we walked out feeling like geniuses, and we had tests where we walked out questioning every decision we had made in our life up to that point. And there was always at least one panicked, wait, that assignment's due tomorrow? On top of it all, we all had lives outside of school and clinic. Some of us had jobs, some of us were raising children, some of us were taking care of families. We had life events like getting engaged, moving, minor car accidents, and some of us lost some loved ones. But still, we kept going, mostly fueled by stress, caffeine, and pure determination. But we weren't alone in all of this. You can't have a chaotic cast of characters without some guidance and support. And that's where our instructors came in, the producers of this 2.5 series reality show, if you will. We have Lori, who is a ray of sunshine and is always armed with a dad joke or some sort of eye-rolling pun. She helped us navigate clinicals, taught us to chuck our tin when doing skill work, and stepped up when she needed to. Thankfully, she took over radiation physics when Megan was on maternity leave, because if she hadn't, I don't think we would have survived. And then there's Megan, who is still actually relatively new to her role, but you would never know it because she's so professional and on top of her game. Her PowerPoints are more organized than most of our lives, and she had a way of trying to make physics fun. Almost. And of course, there was Amy. She kept things interesting in her own way, and we learned a lot from her, even if we were slightly stressed while doing it. So we also had supportive techs and CIs who helped teach us the tricks of the trade. Their words of encouragement and belief made us believe that clinical could be easy. But today isn't just about us main characters. Okay, so it mostly is about us main characters, okay? But it's also about everyone else in this room. Without you guys, the supporting cast, we wouldn't be here today. And honestly, picking who was gonna pin us tonight was probably the hardest decision we had to make this entire program. And if we could have had you all pick us, we would have. And if we could have thanked you all personally, we would have. But look around, that would have turned into an all-day event. So, to our parents, grandparents, and siblings, thank you for your words of encouragement and constant support you gave us through this journey. Your love and belief in us helped us get to this point. Shout out to our kiddos. You guys gave us the motivation to keep showing up, pushing forward, so thank you for helping us reach rockstar status. And I know I personally could not have done this without the endless support of my wonderful husband, Lee. So, to all of the spouses and significant others who have survived the last 2.5 years with us, we appreciate your patience, your guidance, and that you pretended to understand what we were talking about. And honestly, if you're still with us after this emotional roller coaster that is the RadTech program, you deserve an honorary degree in emotional support. And last but not least, our friends, the ones that listened to us vent, understood when we disappeared into study mode, and hyped us up when we were crashing out. Thank you for loving us through the chaos. So to all the friends, families, teachers, techs, and other support people that are out there, We could not have done this without every single one of you. So thank you on behalf of myself and my classmates. Thank you for standing by our sides and supporting us through this hard journey that we've been on. We love you all. And finally, I'm gonna try not to cry. To my classmates, there's so much I wanna say to you guys, but again, we don't wanna be here all night. So 2.5 years is a long time to be together. This was not an easy journey, and even though sometimes we wanted to, we didn't give up. There's definitely been some trauma bonding, but we made some amazing memories too. We also became the all-time favorite class, okay? So somewhere between the tests, the group chats, clinicals, field trips, and potlucks, we became a family. A dysfunctional one, but we're still a family, okay? You are all amazing, and it has been an honor to watch you grow into the people that you have become. I know we worked incredibly hard to be here today, and I cannot be prouder of what we have done. So cheers, my friends, we've done it. We finally get to call ourselves radiologic technologists, and we went from comp checks to paychecks. So thank you. And now, we got Danny. Woo!
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Danny. For those who don't know me, I like to have a little bit of fun everywhere I go. I have a special request. At the end of my 5 minutes of fame, I want you to give me your most Western yee-haw as a celebration of being done. All right, we'll do that at the end. But I think we can all agree that this program has tested us in ways we didn't expect, academically, mentally, and definitely on very little sleep. But if we're being honest, the real test was clinicals. You have 8-hour days, unpaid, but somehow still requiring 100% energy, focus, and a smile. We learned quickly that tired isn't an excuse in healthcare. Now, looking back, it's kind of funny where we started. I remember the first 2 weeks of class, none of us really knew what books we needed to bring in. So what did we do? We brought them all in, every single one. Now, when I tell you that backpack was heavy, that backpack was heavy. So some of us upgraded to bigger backpacks, and some of us even got a backpack with wheels on them, little carry-ons. All right, so somewhere along the way, our class developed a little personality. There was this unspoken competition between the left side of the room and the right side. Now, I'm not going to say that the right side was better, but that is the side where I sat. So I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that one. All jokes aside, what really defined our class wasn't competition. It was support. Whether it was encouraging one another after a missed comp, helping each other study, shout out to our Quizlet maker, or just being there on the tough days. We supported each other, and that's something that doesn't happen on accident. Clinicals gave us some of the most memorable moments too. We all share that experience where we rehearsed everything perfectly in our heads before that comp that we needed. Every step, every position, every angle, all of it. But the moment we would walk into that room, poof, all is forgotten. Suddenly we're questioning everything, including the name of the tech that is there with us. And then you'll see us do like, oh, that's the right side, right? No, that's the left. Wait, hold on. Do a quick one, a little this. Okay, we're back on track. But through all of that, we have grown as a group. There's this feeling that we probably store away deep in our thoughts. Our first patient ever. Were we nervous? Yes, yes. Were we anxious? Yes, yes. Now, when a chest x-ray is needed, there's no hesitation. That's growth. That confidence didn't happen overnight. It came from long days, repetition, mistakes, and learning from every single experience. Along the way, we didn't just learn x-rays. We learned how to balance life, family, friends, work, school, clinicals. It wasn't easy. One of the most valuable tools was our calendar. That became our lifeline, keeping us on track, letting us know what kind of week we were having. So to all of my classmates that are in their early 20s, welcome to Adulting 101. Today, we're not just walking away with a pen. We're walking away with something much bigger, a badge of accomplishment that represents late night studying, hours of assignments, the miles of driving to clinicals, saying no to the things that we really wanted to say yes. Let me marinate that one a little bit more. Saying no to the things that we really wanted to say yes, and everything else that has brought us up to this very moment. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the people who made this possible, our family and support system. This achievement isn't just ours. It's an image of the people we have back at home and the way we were raised. It's a reflection of the love, the patience, and support that you've given us through this journey. We're sorry for all the moments we couldn't be present. We're sorry for the events that we missed. We're sorry for the time that we had to give up because of the commitment we made to this program. So today, we want to say we're sorry. And thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for supporting us even when it wasn't easy. Thank you for taking our calls and listening to us talk about how good or bad our day was. We are truly grateful that you're here today to celebrate this moment with us. So I would like to ask my classmates to give a round of applause to our family. This is what we've been working so hard, and it means everything to be able to share this with all of you. Thank you. All right, it's time for that vibe check. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeehaw! Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. See, always the best part, almost, of pinning, is the students, graduates, no longer students. But all right, it has come time for the pinning of the pinning ceremony. So, yes. So when I call the graduate's name up, the people pinning him or her can head on up right in front down here and place the pin. All right. So first we have Anna Arnold. Anna is being pinned by her mom, Amanda Arnold. And after graduation, Anna plans to pass her boards and then start working at Advocate Health and Sherman Hospital. After establishing herself in her career, she plans to go back to school for radiation therapy. Anna is forever grateful to all those who got her here, so close to the finish line, her instructors, techs, friends, family that supported her through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad. And her mom, Amanda Arnold, she couldn't have done this without her. Congratulations, Anna. Lacey Marie Bardoner. Lacey is being pinned by her mother, Wendy Bardoner. After graduation, Lacey plans to pass her boards, and she's accepted a position at NM Huntley Hospital and has already started working there. Lindsay wants to thank her family for their endless support through this journey for the years to come. Congratulations, Lacey. Nicole Clements. Nicole is being pinned by her son, Silas Green. After graduation, Nicole plans to pass the ARRT boards exam and start working at OSF Hospital. Nicole thanks her son for being her reason to grow, learn, and pursue this path. She thanks her boyfriend and dad for stepping up and caring so much so she could focus on school and give it her all. Congratulations, Nicole. Melanie Cole. Melanie is being pinned by her spouse, Jessie Cole, daughter Josie, and niece Aspen. And after graduation, Melanie plans to pass the ART exam, spend some much-needed quality time with family and friends. She thanks her husband, mom, and mother-in-law for always believing in her, pushing her to do hard things. Melanie also thanks her daughter Josie and her niece Aspen for being her motivation and her purpose to succeed. Congratulations, Melanie. Nicole Forster. Nicole is being pinned by her mom and dad, Kristen and Tom Forster. Kristen and Tim. After graduation, Nicole plans to first pass her ART boards exam. She has accepted a position at OSF St. Anthony's and is excited to gain experience at a Level 1 trauma center. She would like to thank her family, instructors, and classmates for their love, support, and belief in her. Congratulations, Nicole. Catlin Kirsten. Kat is being pinned by her daughter, Eleanor Kirsten, the most courageous, hardworking daughter, and bestie, Lindsay Nagitiwe, one of the biggest cheerleaders from day one. After graduation, Kat plans to pass her ART boards exam, annoy all her future coworkers, and hopefully enjoy a little time off so her brain can recover. Kat thanks her husband, family, friends for all their support because without them, she couldn't have done this. Congratulations. Autumn Cateau. Autumn is being pinned by her mother, Faye Cateau. After graduation, Autumn plans to pass her ART boards exam and go on a well-deserved vacation before beginning her position at Swedes. Congratulations, Autumn. Peter Kojal. Peter is being pinned by his wife, Alika Kojal. After graduation, Peter plans to work CT in a hospital and pass his CT boards by this time next year. Peter first thanks God that he made it through in one piece. And secondly, Peter thanks his wife for her constant support and reassurance. And thirdly, Peter wants to thank his mentors, teachers, clinical preceptors who wanted to see him succeed. Congratulations, Peter. Daniel Mancia. Danny is being pinned by his kids, Samuel and Diana Mencia. After graduation, Danny plans to pass the ART boards exam and attend the JPU Medical Dosimetry program. Danny thanks his family for all the love and support through this chapter of his life. Congratulations, Danny. Bianca Mercado Corona. V is being pinned by her sister Evelyn Mercado Corona and her fiancé Reese Shipman. After graduation, V plans to pass the ART boards exam, begin her position at Now Urgent Care in St. Charles, and hopes to continue schooling for MRI. V thanks her fiancé for helping her with everything from laundry to packing lunches, and thanks to her sister for all the study help. And this is a sweet full circle moment for them since Bianca got to pin her sister at the nursing pinning. So congratulations, Bianca. Mackenzie Moser. Mackenzie is being pinned by her mom, Stephanie Anderson. After graduation, Mackenzie plans to pass her ARRT exam in June, spend quality time with family, and then begin her career. Mackenzie thanks her parents, Danny and Stephanie, and her sister Ariana, her brother DJ, boyfriend Logan, for supporting her along the way and for always believing in her. Congratulations, Mackenzie. Uelma Ortiz. Uelma is being pinned by her father, Luis Ortiz. After graduation, Uelma plans to pass the ART boards exam. She's accepted a position at Swedes Hospital and Fox Valley Orthopedics. She plans to obtain her bachelor's degree in the next couple of years. Congratulations, Uelma. Kelly Perez. Kelly is being pinned by her mother, Michelle Perez, and her sister, Graciela Palovia. After graduation, Kelly plans to pass her ART exam, start her career in radiology, and continue her education. Kelly is extremely thankful to her family, instructors, and loved ones for supporting and encouraging her through every challenge these past 2 years. Congratulations, Kelly. Natalia Sanchez Alamia. Natalia is being pinned by her father, Justin Doak, her mother, Jamie Doak, and her sister, Jenna Alamia. After graduation, Natalia plans to first pass her boards, and then she will start her new position at Edward Hospital and move to Cath Lab in the future. Natalia would like to thank her family, instructors, and classmates for the unconditional love and support through this very tough journey to her success. Congratulations, Natalia. Rebecca Seldo. Becca is being pinned by her children, Jackson and James Seldell. After graduation, Becca plans to pass her ART exam and start working as radiologic technologist at OSF with high hopes to become the best radiologic technologist she can be. Becca is so thankful to her family, friends, her kids, for their patience with Mama, for giving her the strength to keep pushing forward. She did this for her boys just as much as she did it for herself. Congratulations. Victoria Wentworth. Victoria is being pinned by her mom and dad, Brandy and Joe Wentworth. After graduation, Victoria plans to first pass her boards. She has accepted a position at Rush Copley and eventually wants to go back to school for radiation therapy. Victoria would like to thank her family for their constant support and encouragement to not give up when things got hard. Congratulations, Victoria. And please help me one more time welcome the graduates to the stage. Come on up. So thank you all so much for your time here today at this radiology pinning ceremony of 2026. Thank you again, graduates, for all your hard work and dedication throughout these last 2 years. It's been an honor helping each of you reach this point and see you begin your new careers in radiology. And I have full confidence you'll do amazing jobs, and I know you're all eager to begin your new adventures, excited to see where life takes each and every one of you. So after these last 2+ years buried in textbooks, I'm excited to say that it is no longer the book world, it is only the real world from here on out. Okay? Radiate greatness wherever you go, and I have no doubt you'll all do great things. We're going to give one more round of applause, and then if everyone doesn't mind remain seating, we're going to get a group photo out front, and then everyone's welcome to come join us for refreshments out in the lobby. So one more round of applause.